This may be the single biggest half episode to this date. No, that's not a snappy retention tactic, but this is. Do not click away. March 6, 2007. RuneScape music is updated. Well, no, rewritten from the ground up to use its own MIDI sound bank rather than the ones found natively on your operating system. Before this update, people using different OSs heard this game differently. Every song you heard in the last episode, starting from the Great Brain Robbery onward, used a newer song. Also, before this date, putting on equipment didn't make a noise.
What the heck was that?
March 13th. The mercenary call that King Roald placed for the peoples of Mauritania back in September 2006 finally got some responses. 3 adventurers can now be found eagerly awaiting a guide through Mortmire to reinforce the Mire Key in Berg Darat. They just need you to help them ramble down there. March 20th. Dorgish Khan is open to the public. Market stalls, mysterious technologies, an agility course, thieving opportunities, and more await the adventurers willing to travel the caves to the gates of this lost goblin city. April 18th. The wilderness ditch has been dug around the north border of Misselin and Asgarnia. Now, citizens have to willingly make the jump across in order to enter the most dangerous place in the world, rather than accidentally aimlessly wandering up there. Also, subscribe to Japperite. April 24th. This one's not a gameplay update, but something funny I found. Apparently, in an attempt to make passwords more secure, Jagex used their in-game chat filter to make it so you can't even type your password. I remember scammers saying something like, "Look, you can't type your password in chat," to try and get people to do it. I had no idea they weren't lying. April 30th. 9 new pieces of enchanted jewelry are added to the game, including the Berserker necklace, Phoenix necklace, and 5 different bracelets. May 8th. The Karamja Achievement Diary is added to the game, marking the first of many collections of tasks to do, ranging from easy to hard. Completing a full difficulty tier of tasks provides various rewards, ranging from XP to quality of life rewards around the jungle. On May 15th, Jagex released Dream Mentor, along with some bug fixes and quality of life patches. But I thought it was funny because they shamed mod Ash for deleting some message with leveling up construction. May 29th. The King and Queen of Misselin have been very busy reimagining their capital city. Varrock has been almost completely remodeled. The guards have been re-outfitted and many buildings in the countryside have been touched up as well. Also, the Varrock Museum has its grand opening. June 11th. The gnomes have discovered the realm of Puro Puro, the home of the Implings. Implings can roam RuneScape in sparse numbers spread around the world, as the portal apparently works both ways. In Puro Puro, they're everywhere. The catch is moving around is made difficult due to the unstable wheat that grows all over, making a maze. Snag a nippling in a net, and take its loot. June 18th. The iconic Dragonfire shield has been added to the game. High-level dragons now have a very rare chance to drop their visage, which can be affixed to an anti-dragon shield to create the strongest shield in the game. July 3rd, Otto Godbless sets up his humble shed near the waterfall, where a giant whirlpool can be found. Learning his barbarian methods might wind up with you jumping into the whirlpool and being greeted with the strongest metal dragon with mithril scales, some of which might even have the Dragon Fullhelm. August 6th. Clan Chat, or Friends Chat as it's called today, is added to the game. Each player gets their own chat room that other players can join by typing in their name. This chat can be seen by anyone in the chat room no matter where they are in the game. August 28th, 2007. Here it is, the God Wars Dungeon. This is the very same update that old school RuneScape was updated to shortly after its release. In a frigid area in the northern part of RuneScape, a massive dungeon has begun to thaw. Inside, a millennia-old war has resumed. The followers of Saradomin, Zamorak, Bandos, and Armadil, who still think the gods are among us, are constantly skirmishing out for control of the legendary God Sword. Opportunistic adventurers can join the fight against some of the strongest creatures ever to step foot in our world, in hopes that they can take their weapons and armor for themselves. Okay, it's time to adventure. We have more content to explore in this episode than any other episode prior. Let's get to it. The only skills we need for quests in the next episode is 2 farming levels. Let's head back to the Tower of Life and see what the homunculus was talking about. So I looked it up and there's only 2 monsters worth killing, the Unicow and the Spidine, for herbal reagents. We don't seem to have any unicorn horns or cowhide, so Spidine it is. We simply put the reagents on the altar and then the homunculus brings them to life as one being. Neat. Oh hey, we got the satchel. Alright, that's a full inventory, and this satchel lets us do this whistle. Yep. Alright, let's get out of here. So we were in Dorgish Khan for a minute doing the quest, but we didn't really explore it. So what can we do around here? Eat some frog's legs, commit crime. Ooh, we could turn in the bones we've been saving up to get that construction XP. Nice. Oh, there's also this agility course. Nope, never mind. We need 20 levels for that. Well, that's okay. We can do more crime. That was fun. The Mauritanians need help. And for some reason, the help needs help too. All right, Rolane, you, me, and your stick are going down the hard pass. Skeletons. This room's cool because you can lure them all around the coffin and then rebuke. Nail beasts. Yo, I love this quality of life update where you can see your own chance to hit. What is this? Swamp Kraken. That wasn't too bad. Snails. And we're here. Let's take the pure essence. So we're here in Alkari to get this new bracelet mold. And there's the first 4 of the new bracelets, plus a diamond necklace. We can't make any of the other jewelry because we don't have the crafting level, but that's okay. There we have each of them enchanted. That's a bracelet of clay, Castle Wars brace, inoculation brace, and 4-in-3 bracelet, along with a phoenix necklace. I think we can only really use the bracelet of clay and the phoenix necklace, so alking the rest. Okay, time for something exciting. The very first achievement diary. The elite diary doesn't come out for Karamja until 2010, so we only need to worry about easy through hard. We have the requirements for every achievement besides the 100 combat requirement for getting a Slayer task for Duradel. We might actually get that later this episode and come back, but until then, let's get these done. So we apparently already did most of the easy tasks and almost half of the medium and hard tasks naturally, so let's just get all the items we need for the rest. Oh yeah, Karamja got a visual update since last time we came here. Looks nice. We'll start by chartering from the shipyard, then using the grappling shortcut. And then we'll finish off the easy tasks by swinging to the Moss Giants and mining this gold. The Tazar Fight Pits. All-out PvP Battle Royale. This one may be real hard. Oh hey, we won. Visit the Isle of Crandor. Catch a horned grach. First try. Now for a slodge of a grind. 100% Taibo Wane favor. Ah, spider! Ah, spider on a stick. Ah, cook spider on a stick. Task completed. Wow, 78 HP. 72 attack. There we go, 100% favor. Now we can run around grabbing our payment in sticks. And pay 100 of them to enter the Hardwood Grove. That's 2 tasks in 1. So there's one task that's going to be really hard. Each time we chop one of these down all the way, there is a 1% chance we get a gout tuber. So we got another account here to help out. Oh, we got it. That wasn't too bad. And both accounts get to harvest it. This thing's worth like 5 mil. Alright, now we need 1,200 trading sticks. Doing all that got us 911, and we can get a little bit more from selling some gems at the store here. There we go. Now we have Safta Dock make us the machete. Task completed. Catch and cook a Karambwan. 2 tasks done. Next we need to kill this giant Umli bird, take its meat, then shake this tree, pick up the leaf that fell, drop it and pick it up 4 more times for 1 task, and then wrap that meat in it, cook it, and eat it. Bam. Done. And the last task we can do right now, sail to Port Khazard from Cairn Isle. Done. Jackie the Fruit gives us gloves 1, then in Shiloh Village, Caleb Paramaya upgrades them to 2. We also got 2 lamps. That's a nice 6,000 Herblore XP. And the Sealy Peas are racking up. The Varrock Museum, a neat place for cataloging history. We care about 2 things here. One is we can add to the museum by talking to this historian named Minos. We tell him about the Temple of Ikov, the Shield of Arav, the Observatory, Merlin's Crystal, Demon Slayer, the Grand Tree, A Tale of 2 Cats, Making History, Priests in Peril, Haziel Cult, What Lies Below, once I get in the book for it, Rune Mysteries, which is kind of a lie since that quest had nothing to do with rune crafting anymore. We go to grab the book and realize that we forgot to tell him about the Curse of Zaros. Then we give him the Dagon High book. He gives us 4 lamps in return. That's a nice 13,000 Herblore XP and 75 kudos. Next, let's head into the dig site finds cleaning area. First, we take all the tools from here and clean off some rocks. We're looking for 6 specific items: pottery, ancient symbol, ancient coin, the old coin, and the clean necklace. There's the pottery, and the ancient coin, the old coin, the ancient symbol, the Saradomin symbol. That's all the regular finds. Now we just need to find the clean necklace. There we go. That only took like 15 minutes total. Just need to place all the finds in the displays, and we're done. 125 kudos and 26 Sealy Peas. Plus, we get all these dig site pendants. Heading to Xander's, we find a new crop circle just spinning around. We walk into it and find ourselves in the world of imps. Elnock Inquisitor here tells us he was hired to get some items back that these imps stole. He's willing to trade imps for some equipment. We grab our jellyfishing net and some money, then use the money to buy some impling jars. There's 2 items here that we want: the jar generator and the magic butterfly net. The generator gives us 33 impling jars, and the net is just a better butterfly net. Okay, we have everything we need for the net. Now we just need 2 more essence implings and 1 nature impling. The nature impling is going to be the hardest. There it is. Nice. Alright, that's everything. There we go. Do we need anything else that we can get here? Nah, not really. Unless we get some more hunter levels for a huge upgrade to our next slot, but I don't want to do that right now. Instead, let's head to the waterfall. We find a newly built shed, and inside is Otto Godblessed. He says we look like a hardy warrior and offers to teach us the basics in their ways of fishing, fire making, and spear making. We ask if there's advanced stages for them as well. He says yes, there's advanced fire making, and the fishing is a requirement for their herblore skills. We ask him to start with fishing. He says they use heavy rods to fish special fish in the nearby lake. We take the heavy rod from under his bed and catch a leaping salmon. We show it to Otto, and we mention it doesn't look edible. He says it's full of eggs that we will use. He tells us to fillet it with our knife and put its roe into a 2-dose potion. We gut the salmon and make the attack mix and give it to Otto. Next, we ask him about harpoons. He tells us we need to catch fish that are usually harpooned without a harpoon, using our arm as bait. We run to the shores of Catherby and do as he asked, and a swordfish bites onto our hand. We tell him, and he says we're now ready to learn about spears. He says barbarians make their own spears, and they're made on special anvils. He has one right here. We use it to create a steel spear and show it to him, and he says he'll show us how to make the one-handed versions as well, the haste. We create it to his specifications and now know how to make one-handed spears as well. We are now masters of barbarian smithing. We ask him for fire-making wisdom now. He asks us to light a fire without a tinderbox, specifically with a bow. He tells us to light an oak fire using the method of rubbing the string on the log. We do it. He says the next stage is learning how to make funeral boats for our ancestors. We first need to find the remains of a hero in the caverns below this land, and then offer them to the gods in a pyre boat. He says we need to dive into the whirlpool and have faith in the spirits that they will guide us to the right location. We jump in the whirlpool and find ourselves in an expansive cavern. So we need to slay a mithril dragon. What are these guys over there? The problem is our one-handed weaponry is lacking, so we're gonna try to use Protect from Magic and not get roasted to death. Here goes nothing. Easy, not even close. I want to use a maple log fire here, but we'll need 4 more fire making levels first. Luckily, we have a ton of maple logs from our kingdom. Level 52, 53, 54, and there we are. We carve the boat, lay the remains, and set them alight. We can clearly see the grateful spirit leaving the bones as the boat sinks into the water. We tell Otto, and he hails us as a master of the barbarian ways. We teleport to Trollheim and lift up a large boulder, enough to pass to the other side. We find a frigid area, clearly something important, and find a dying knight. He says he's Sir Jerry, a knight of a secret order. We tell him we know of the Temple Knights. He begs us to take a note to Sir Tiffy. We take the note and deliver it. Sir Tiffy says a dwarven explorer named Nestor Peregrine discovered this entrance. The Temple Knights learned of it and sent Sir Jerry to investigate it months ago. They found the resting place of the God Sword. During the God Wars, Zamorak discovered ancient relics and armies, which made him mightier than any one god alone. Saradomin responded by banding the gods together to create the God Sword, a weapon capable of slaying even gods, forged in a volcano and tempered by the tears of the Icene. The gods gathered their armies. Armadil, with his Aviansi, was tasked with delivering the God Sword to the armies meant to oppose Zamorak. The Aviansi were attacked by demons on the way, and the armies of Bandos and Saradomin went to reinforce them. The God Sword was destroyed before they got there, shattered into pieces, and they waged against one another to reclaim and reforge it. Sometime after, Zamorak cast a spell that destroyed the northern lands, creating the wilderness, which collapsed the temple that the armies were fighting in. They've been sealed in and frozen ever since. Until now. Well, here we go. We enter the temple, and sure enough, the God Wars are still waging. We run through, taking stray hits as we do, until we come upon Bandos' encampment. We need to kill 40 of his followers to gain access to his general's room. Even the goblins are powerful. 72 strength though. We kill a few outside and then proceed to the main Bandos room by hitting the large gong with our hammer. Okay, inside is not better. We head back outside and keep trying, but we're taking way too much damage and not doing nearly enough. Let's try switching to ancient magics. We needed some law runes, and we ended up getting 57 runecraft. Something else that I realized would help us is prayer levels. We had a ton of dragon bones from Slayer and Dagonoth bones from getting the dragon axe. Now it's time to use them. 56 prayer, 57, 58, 59, 60 prayer. That also means we're at 97 combat, 61, and finally 62 prayer. Oh shoot, I forgot about the knight's training ground. In Camelot, we climb to the top of the castle and speak with the squire outside the training room. He tells us this is where the knights of the Round Table train. Stuns and binds will not work, prayer won't work, and we have to fight each of the 8 knights, and they drain our combat stats. We'll get a ton of combat XP if we can do it, as well as the ability to switch our spawn point to Camelot. We head out and take out Sir Bedivere, followed by Sir Pious, then Sir Tristram, Sir Palomedes, Sir Lucan, and make it all the way to Sir Gawain before having to eat. Sir Kay goes down, and finally, when we fell Sir Lancelot, we're rewarded. We also get the Chivalry prayer, and when we hit 70 prayer, Piety. With Chivalry, we go from having a prayer train of 3 per second, 105 accuracy, 6% strength, and 24 defense, to having only a 2 per second prayer drain, an additional 19 accuracy, 1% strength, and 4 more defense. Not to mention, we can do all of that in just 1 click, rather than 3. So we have a problem we need to overcome. This episode will not end until we get at least 1 kill on the God Wars dungeon boss. I think the easiest one to kill will be either Grardor or Kriara, based on our stats and equipment. But I will be honest, I don't think we're strong enough yet. We're gonna try it as we are, one more time, using Bloodburst, but I'm not hopeful. Oh, I have an idea of what we can do actually. So let me tell you a few things about RuneScape 3 for all you OSRS gamers out there. OSRS has pluses and minuses for every piece of gear in the game. RuneScape 3 has a much simpler system. Is it melee strength gear? It gives a melee strength bonus, but also gives accuracy penalties to ranged and magic. This makes hybriding hard, since you have to take off your gear if you actually want to hit with a different attack style. But there's a solution to that: hybrid gear. Most gear in this game has one attack style. Some gear is hybrid. The easiest example would be an Amulet of Power. It gives bonuses to all attack styles, and that's what we're going to try and get, an Amulet of Power. This amulet has been out since the game was 4 months old, but it's been out of our reach since it takes 70 crafting to make. A few years ago, when the Shades of Morton came out, there was another method of obtaining it, the silver caskets. The problem there is that to get a silver key, you needed to be able to cremate fire and Asian remains, which take at least 63 fire making. We weren't really close to that then, but we are now. The problem with that is that it's only a 1 in 75 chance, and it would take a ton of oil, which I gotta be honest with you, I don't want to do. But today something new came out. Something overpowered and just barely out of reach. In the newly released Puro, there's all types of implings. The ones we have access to aren't the best, but that changes with Magpie implings. They drop rune items, and they drop amulets of power, and they take 65 hunter. We're level 59 right now and only have to get to 62, then we can use a hunter potion to boost to 65. Let's get those 3 levels. First though, this spellbook situation sucks. We need to go to Ardorian, but I don't want to walk, and I don't want to switch our spellbook, so let's rearrange our house a bit, delete the chapel, make a garden, put the chapel here, another portal room, build the portal, rebuild the altar, rebuild the focus, and direct it towards Ardorian. Easy. Now it's time to train on these little guys, red salamanders. I did this in 2007 and I hated it. I got my hunter to like 65 here and it stayed that way until I needed to get to 75 for a quest like 5 or 6 years later. But here we are, 16 years later and back at the exact same tiles. Oh my gosh, my life is going in circles. 60 hunter, and that means we can use all 4 of these trees because now we can set 4 traps. 61, it's taunting me. 62, but we're actually going to go all the way to 63 so we don't need to depend on the potions quite as much. Guess how long that's going to take. Timer starts now. If you guessed 2 seconds, you were correct. Now we need Kepit teeth from up here. Who made this game? Full inventory, grind them down, put them in, tune this portal to Lumbridge, and we're ready. Where would a magpie impling be? There. Can we get it? Next one. Pineapple. Diamonds. That's kind of close. Ring of Life. Wrong type of diamond jewelry. We're just staring each other down. Wow. Garbage. Garbage times 2. Nope. That item doesn't exist yet. Yes, easy peasy. Now we have all but 3 slots filled with hybrid gear. Now, I'm not at all confident in this plan. We're using Ancients to get the 40 kill count. We're doing this for 2 reasons. 1, it's our only viable AoE method. 2, it's the only way we have of healing outside of food. The issue with that is that we don't have a teleport to Trollheim, so we need to walk the entire way from Camelot. We also need to waste an inventory slot on climbing boots. Ow. Here goes nothing. Alright, it's actually working. 40 KC was easy. Now we just sprint through this death trap. Here we go. This is our inventory for a kill of General Grardor. Please let our accuracy be at least 60%. 61%, all right. All right, we need to stand under him to try and cheese out some ticks while he can't hit us. We're doing okay. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so close. He can't hit us while we're running. We can stall out our hits. One more hit. 61%, come on. No. Come on. Yes, we did it. Garbage dropper, let's grab it and go. I can't believe it, we actually got a kill. Holy crap. I'm so happy. Well, let's just get some more combat levels, I suppose. First, I want to get 70 agility because I want to gather dragon bone from Taverley. So I haven't been in the wilderness really since they updated it, at least not in the deep wilderness since they made PvP opt-in. Players flagged for PvP are automatically skulled now. That means if we die, we lose everything. What the heck are those? Please don't hit me. Okay, where are the wolves? Wolf pit? Nah, this is a mammoth pit now. Bruh, what the heck is this? This game sucks. 61. Okay, I wasn't recording, but we actually got PK'd. Our boots of lightness, they're gone. Luckily, we protected our knife. Imagine if we had to grind for that again. 62. Uh-oh. Protect item. My knife! Oh. 63. Okay, look at this incredible idea. I think you should be getting seal points for post-quest stuff that works towards the Master Quest Cape. I know the MQP doesn't release for many years, but a lot of the tasks within still do. That would allow you to do things like the court summons, which wouldn't otherwise give you seal points. That is an amazing idea. I'm taking this. So the ones in red mean we either don't have the levels or we haven't completed the quest, with most of them being the latter. Look at some of these. Ollie the Trader, Icklearn's little chest. We can do those right now, even though the Master Quest Cape isn't released until 2015. And we won't be able to use it until we've completed the series. This list actually is incredible for pursuing content related to the quests we did in the episodes before. Thank you, Taskinator, for the amazing idea. From here on out, completing any of these tasks awards 4 CLPs, just like completing new content unlocked this episode does. 64 agility. That might be a lot of time to theory craft while running these laps. We need 76 defense, 79 hit points, 81 magic, and 70 prayer to hit 100 combat, which will let us complete the Heart Karamja diary, and also unlock the best prayer in the game, Piety. My plan is to kill blue dragons in the Taverley dungeon, which is exactly why we're getting 70 agility here. Currently, our best blue dragon killing method is under the Heroes Guild, but we're a big boy now, and need more than just one dragon at a time. Running all the way around the Taverley dungeon is just not feasible long term, so we need that shortcut. Currently, I'm contemplating not even picking up the dragon hide. This whole grind will give just under 100,000 crafting XP, which is about 3 levels. It'll also give us about 2.5 million gold, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I'm also thinking about nixing blue dragons altogether and going straight to black dragons. The pros for that is that we don't need to get 70 agility, and they drop the draconic visage, but we don't even get to think about using the black dragon hide for a very long time. We have 100% accuracy with our Carol's crossbow on both dragons, but I'm not sure which I'll decide on doing. 65 agility, 66, 67, 68. Wait, you can teleport out of the deep wilderness now? Oh, I see. 69. Alright, let's go do something else. I don't feel like agility anymore. Let's complete our portal room here with a Valador portal. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Okay, let's go kill some dragons. Wait, I forgot something. Did I get you? We did all that grinding just to make this grind easier. Now we can go through this pipe, saving a massive amount of time running around the dungeon. And when we're done, we simply tele out, recharge our prayer, and go back. This is nice. 71 range, now we can begin the defense grind. There's the first of 4 defense levels, 73, 74, 75, and that's 98 combat. Just 2 more combat levels to go. Alright, that's the last blue dragon trip. Nearly level 76 defense and nearly level 79 HP, but we're not doing those on dragons. We have a Slayer task we need to complete as well. Wait, what? Did that just say dodged? This game is weird. 61 Slayer. There we go. 76 defense. And there's 79 HP. Task complete. We're out of here. Something I haven't really talked about is our situation with our mage gear. Our mage armor and jewelry is the best of all of our combat gear, but our weapon is the worst. And that's a problem since so many things are weak to magic. There's a few reasons for this. Due to the EOC, one-handed weapons aren't really an option. They're all good, but since off-hand weapons don't exist, they're just worse than two-handed weapons in every way. For melee, that's not a problem, since we could use any of the barrows as weapons and have our best in slot until like Dungeoneering comes out. For range, the crystal bow was a guaranteed grab from Roving Elves, and we got lucky getting the Carol's crossbow, but magic, we need to get really lucky to get the Aram staff. That's difficult because Aram has 6 items, 3 robe pieces and 3 weapon pieces. So we need to roll a Barrows item, a 1 in 6 roll to hit the Aram's loot table on that Barrows item, and then another 1 in 6 roll for the staff on the Aram's loot table. So only 1 in 36 of our Barrows item rolls can hit, compared to do something like 1 in 24 on a Darok Axe or something. So with all that mumbo jumbo out there, we can't get a staff upgrade from tier 60 until one of the following 3 things happens. We get lucky at Barrows, we get a Staff of Light in February 2010 from an Ice Strike Worm at 93 Slayer, which sounds horrible, or third, we wait another 2 months past that for Dungeoneering to come out and get the Chaotic Staff. That's 3 years. I really hope we don't have to wait that long. Nothing, 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 nothing. There we go. 81 magic, and nothing. Finally started doing farm runs. That's level 52. I'm waiting a little bit to grind all these bones, so in the meantime, let's do a Master Questcape achievement. Are you the Key Master? Add all the keys to the key ring. We have most of them in the bank, so let's do that. After we add all the ones we have, we just need this one and this one. Achievement completed. Next we'll do Clues in the Monkey Drool. Back during Recipe for Disaster, we had to save a monkey from the zoo. That little monkey has an Easter egg, where you can feed him bananas. Now if you proceed through his dialogue window like so, there is a 1 in 256 chance to get a single medium clue 1 time ever per account. Jeez, finally! That was like 400 bananas. I can't believe we went dry at monkey. Anyway, back to farming. And that's 53. There's the only level we needed to get for the next few quests. Here we go. Time to cash in. 63 prayer, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 70. And there's level 100 combat. Look at that. Huge increase in stats right there. That's awesome. Our first task from Duradel. Bloodvelds. Nice. And that's the entire Karamja diary done. Reward claimed. Karamja gloves 3 and level 60 herblore. Ran 2 more Barrows, got nothing, and a clue scroll. I decided to grab another rather simple collection log item to finish off with, and camped Banshees. Went a little dry, killed about 700, and got the Dark Mystic Gloves. We're now just 1 item away from the full set. And you know what, to finish it off? 61 herblore. Another half episode done. This one, we got an extra 2 seal points. You know what that means. It doesn't mean anything. I honestly can't believe we were able to take down Grardor. I'm very proud of that. Next episode is going to be the first set of quests released after the Schism. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. After the next one, we're going to be much stronger, so we'll probably be able to get a few kills on all of the God Wars bosses. Thanks for watching, and we'll start the next episode with RuneScape 3's version of the newest old school quest at the time of me recording this episode, the Path of Gluffrey.